Moving on to reactivity series, the next chapter of Edexcel IGCSE chemistry. How are metals arranged in reactivity series based on their reaction with water, dilute HCl, or sulfuric acid? A few reactive metals will react with cold water and the products are metal hydroxide और वो एक alkaline solution बना देते हैं. For example, tell me a metal.
Aluminium.
Aluminium reacting with cold water. ठीक है. It's gonna make Al aluminium hydroxide. OH का चार्ज क्या होता है? OH is -1, aluminium is in group through +3.
Minus.
तो ये क्रॉस हो जाएगा तो क्या बनेगा? AlOH3. So
Uh,
the formula of
yes.
aluminium hydroxide is AlOH3. So aluminium hydroxide, all hydroxides are alkalis. They have a pH more than 7. For example, potassium reacting with water forms potassium hydroxide. Potassium is +1,
Yeah, right.
hydroxide is -1, तो क्रॉस होके KOH बन गया. Most metals react with acids as well. And when an acid and metal react, they form a salt and hydrogen. Tell me an acid.
Acid. Uh,
HCl,
Chlorine.
hydrochloric acid. ठीक है. Tell me a metal.
Zinc.
Good. When a zinc reacts with an acid, hydrochloric acid, we're going to produce a salt that would be ZnCl2 plus एक आपके पास बनेगा hydrogen gas. Clear? Simple reaction.
Yep.
Almost all metals react with oxygen, forming metal oxide, and only metal that does not react with any of the above is gold, because gold is extremely unreactive. You can therefore deduce the relative reactivity of some metals by seeing if they react with water or not. So you can see one metal is more reactive by using the displacement reaction as well, because always a more reactive metal gradually disappears to form a solution, और जो less reactive metal तो वो surface coat कर देते हैं of a more reactive metal. So we know that when metals react with other substances, metal atoms form positive ions, and the reactivity of that metal is related to its tendency to form positive ions. Metals की एक reactivity series होती है, तरह आपने याद रखनी है. Please send camels, monkeys. Uh, please send lions, camels, monkeys, and zebras in large, heavy cages. Got it?
Yes.
This is the reactivity series. Okay? As you go up, potassium is the most reactive, and the bottom one, copper, is the least reactive. ये आपको series याद रखनी है. The series is potassium, sodium, lithium, calcium, magnesium, zinc, iron, and copper, जो आपने डालनी है. Now potassium would be the most reactive. ठीक है. So non-metal hydrogen and carbon are often included in the reactivity series as well. Remember, a more reactive metal can displace a less reactive metal from a compound. जैसे हमने group 7 में किया था ना. That is how it's gonna be done as well.
Yeah.
This is the reactivity series. Both air and water. अब rusting क्या होती है? Can you tell me what is rusting?
Oxidation.
Kind of oxidation, exactly. ठीक है. Both air and water. जैसे जंग लग जाता है ना मेटल को, ऑरेंज ब्राउन सा एक जंग लग जाता है. Air and
Yep.
water are both necessary for iron to rust. If metal is only exposed to water or only exposed to air, it will not take place. दोनों से जब expose होगा, then it will rust. It is basically the oxidation gain of oxygen which results in the corrosion. Rusting can also be
Right.
prevented by ये पेपर में आते हैं the ways painting, coating with plastic, using oil or grease. ठीक है. इसके अलावा water can be kept away using a desiccant in the container that absorbs the water vapor. Oxygen can also be kept away by storing the metal in a vacuum container. Or a very important way is sacrificial protection, where the metal you want to be protected from rusting is galvanized with a more reactive metal. For example, if I want to, uh, you know, if I want to protect my magnesium, I am going to coat it with a more reactive metal, reactive than magnesium. Magnesium यहाँ है. So which metal should I coat magnesium with?
Potassium, sodium, lithium, calcium.
Exactly. ठीक है. मैं let's say lithium कर देता हूँ। तो अब होगा क्या? नाउ द
Mm-hmm.
एयर एंड वाटर आर गोइंग टू
The
रिएक्ट
lithium
विद,
will rust first.
एग्जैक्टली, तो ये कोटिंग
Lithium.
बन जाएगी एंड माई मैग्नीशियम विल रिमेन
Mm-hmm.
सेफ। फॉर एग्जाम्पल,
Right.
जिंक इज यूज टू गैल्वेनाइज आयरन। ठीक है, जिंक ऊपर आता है, आयरन नीचे है। सो ओवरऑल, अगर हम एक टर्म्स की बात करें, ऑक्सीडेशन रिडक्शन, यू वुड ऑलरेडी नो दैट ऑक्सीडेशन मींस गेन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, लॉस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, एंड रिडक्शन मींस लॉस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन और गेन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन। रेडॉक्स रिएक्शन वो होता है जहां पे both oxidation and reduction occur, and the oxidizing agent is the one that causes oxidation, gets reduced itself. Reducing agent causes reduction, oxidizes itself. Clear?
Right.
In practical, if we discuss, you should know the reactions between dilute hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. जो आपके पास रिएक्टिविटी सीरीज है उसके अंदर मिलके छोड़े, टू ऑब्जर्व कि कौन ज्यादा रिएक्टिव है। रिमेंबर, जो ज्यादा H2 गैस के बबल्स प्रोड्यूस करेगा, क्योंकि बबल्स इज द वन थिंग दैट यू कैन एक्चुअली ऑब्जर्व। अगर ऑब्जर्वेशंस आती हैं, among those observations bubbles is one of them, ठीक है, and large amounts of
Yep.
gas bubbles would mean that the metal is more reactive. Let's say मैं metal plus acid करना है ना, I'll take magnesium,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
then I'll take iron, ठीक है, दोनों को मैं एक एक एसिड से रिएक्ट करवाता हूँ। लेट्स से सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड, सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड के साथ में रिएक्ट करवाऊंगा। व्हाट इज द प्रोडक्ट गोइंग टू बी?
Acid.
मैग्नीशियम
No.
सल्फेट
Yeah. Uh, iron sulfate.
एंड हाइड्रोजन, हाइड्रोजन।
Hydrogen.
नाउ I know the reaction, but how can you prove that yes, magnesium is more reactive, iron is less reactive? Count the number of bubbles produced of hydrogen when reacting with magnesium. Count the number of bubbles of hydrogen produced when iron reacts with
And the
sulfuric acid.
one and magnesium will have more, so that's why it's reactive.
Exactly. They will give off large amounts of H2 gas bubbles. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes.